Welcome back, Fragrance Fiend here, today doing a comparison video between NeoRio and Black Moonlight, the collaboration between Duran Duran and Xerjoff to find which one is for you. So the main similarities between the two are the concentration, the size, and obviously the price. So to begin with the basics, the most obvious difference is the cosmetics, where NeoRio comes in 4 different colors and Black Moonlight is simply a black but transparent bottle, so you can see the juice, you can't see the juice in NeoRio. Now regarding the actual fragrance profiles themselves, you've got NeoRio, which is more of a fruity gourmand, whereas Black Moonlight is this mysterious blend of resins and mild florals. If you smell NeoRio in public, you're probably going to assume that this person is going to be the life of the party, very outgoing, friendly, bubbly, whereas Black Moonlight, you're probably going to turn your head in a slightly different way, almost like in Intimidation they smell threatening in a bit of a way. It's a very moody, dark, serious scent that not all personalities can definitely get away with. Whereas NeoRio feels like a bit of a scent for everyone, hence why it was marketed a little more. The scents themselves both are unisex, but if you were to speak very traditionally, this does lean a little bit more feminine, just mildly, due to that element of sweetness. And even though Black Moonlight is actually more floral dominant, it does smell actually more masculine by a very, very small amount. Nevertheless, they're both built to be very intoxicating and almost inspiring in a way as well. It's like you want to be able to live an extension of what this perfume is kind of bringing to life. As far as complexity goes, Black Moonlight is definitely the winner for this one. There's a lot more going on in it, and the transition as it drives down goes through the motions so much that I wouldn't say that it's not recognizable from the opening, but always leaves you second guessing if you sprayed on Black Moonlight in the morning. The core DNA is there, but it's just impressive how they managed to hide so many other facets from the opening and then keep them intact throughout the dry down, while the lapidem, tonka bean, caramel, and benzoin eventually overtake it. As far as quality goes, it really is subjective. Both do use a high concentration of natural materials, but from what I'm gathering, Black Moonlight has a tiny bit more, as NeoRio does lean a little bit more to the synthetic side. Not that that's a bad thing, it's not something I typically like to wear myself. With that being said though, Black Moonlight also does smell a little bit more natural as well. Both do obviously use synthetics, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, NeoRio does teeter more on the synthetic side, which is great for the gourmand lovers, people who like something a little more edible and sweet. Yet for me, I'm not saying this is a scent that you could or would find in nature, but it does smell a little more natural in contrast. And with synthetics, it can actually help enhance the fragrance and extend its longevity as well, which is why NeoRio does outperform it. You get about 12 hours on the skin from NeoRio and then about 10 hours out of Black Moonlight. So not a huge difference, but for somebody who does like to be smelt all day, then that might be a little bit more of an appropriate option, which comes down to projection as well. NeoRio does have an extreme level of performance, similar to the likes of Naxos and Tony Iommi Monkey Special. In comparison though, Black Moonlight does start off really strong, especially for the first 5+ hours, it's a bit of a bomb. Then when you compare it to Black Moonlight, it does start off quite strong for the first 4 or 5 hours, but then after about the 6th hour, you do lose a tiny bit of the projection, but not by much. It's not until about that 8th hour where it does become a tiny bit more of a skin scent. Whereas NeoRio, I just feel that's radiating off me all day. And projection wise as well, you probably get about double the length of NeoRio than you would from Black Moonlight. And I'd say it's about arm's width, whereas Black Moonlight is more of a wrist to elbow ratio. Also, when it comes to the versatility of either fragrance, I wouldn't really consider either office safe, depending on your work environment. They're both definitely outgoing statements and artistic pieces as well. But yeah, NeoRio is definitely a little more like date night-ish, clubbish, or if you're just a bubbly, light-hearted person, then sure, go for it. Black Moonlight is definitely a little harder to describe since I'm the person wearing it. I pretty much wear it every day anyway. I mean, I wear it to the shops. I wear it around the house, obviously after I've gone to the gym. You do not want to wear this in summer. Same goes for NeoRio. They are not really humidity friendly, otherwise they will turn even darker, maybe in a bit of a medicinal way almost, very mildly. I know people do like to wear sweeter or darker fragrances in summer because they are amplified, but they do go the other way. You might not be able to pick up on it, but a scent will go from, I guess, more refined and even sophisticated to almost cloying and sickly. I know a lot of times I've walked around in public and almost gagged on a person's perfume to realize it's actually one I really like, but they're not wearing it in the environment that it should probably be worn in. As part of the game of how to be strategic with wearing perfume, when, where, how, why. So now it's your time to choose, are you NeoRio or Black Moonlight? And that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching.